your prices. Oh, Dollar Tree. Oh, Dollar Tree. What's new? What's cool? What's the deal? Oh, Dollar Tree. Oh, Dollar Tree.
Well, not only do we have a new Dollar Tree in town, but we also have our local Dollar Trees with so many new products. And there are a few things they're cycling out. It's getting to the end of the fall and going into Christmas time. So there are quite a few Christmas decor items out and ready for purchase, obviously. I'm kind of looking around seeing what do I need, what do I want, what am I hoping for. There are a few things that are kind of out of my price range. I will be honest. Even at the Dollar Tree, there are items that are not a dollar. And as you know, most items are $1.50 now. Some are still $1.25, but most are about $1.50 or higher. And if you see a little dot on one of the items, it means the price is changing, and you might want to do a price check before you purchase because who knows what that price will be. But I will say that there are things here for $3 or $5 that I would buy somewhere else. Um, it's just that when you're in the mood to go to a Dollar Tree, you're usually going there to be very frugal. And so you're not always like looking for all those needful things that are going to cost more. But like they still have socks for $1.25. I'm pretty sure they're $1.25, not $1.50. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but I did grab some soft fuzzy socks because it's wintertime, and don't you love gingerbread houses? They're so cute. I think that they make great stocking stuffers. I actually got those little happy face sandals or house slippers for my son for pajama day. It really made the pajama outfit pop. So it was $5 and it was kind of handy and it made sense. So I think that the fuzzy socks are such a steal. They do have some other decor items. I will tell you, like, they'll probably spend over there in a second, but the Santa Claus hats are really small, by the way. They're really for a child's head, not for a person with a giant melon like my own. They do have all these cute little tins and containers and trays for giving out your goodies. So I think those make a really great holder for gifts, maybe for like if you're making fudge or cookies or something. I'm not sure what shaped items would fit into the gingerbread little tin, but that sure is darling. Maybe you'd fill it with something like M&Ms or something. I don't know. But there are so many things to choose from here. And honestly, there's quite a few things I wanted to get that I didn't just because of space. And I have a rule for myself with like how much holiday items I will be willing to hold around. Um, I will do one tote for like Easter or spring, one tote for fall, which would be Thanksgiving and Halloween. Um, and yeah, like and then Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day and all those other little holidays, I will do like one tote for all of them together. And then for Christmas, I am limited to two totes. So I really want to stick to that space requirement. But I also have one tote that is just for gifts. So throughout the year, I collect small gifts that I'm going to give out to certain people for birthdays or Christmas or whatever, or just because. And that way, I'm never like completely without something where you have like something that pops up and you are without resources, let's say my kid gets invited to a birthday party and I have something ready to go, right? So that's kind of handy. Because you never know with budgets, like what time. Sometimes you'll get like an invitation, it'll be like a week away, but it's the end of the month. And so, you know what that's like, being the end of the month, you don't have any money left. So I like to have a little container where I collect like odds and end things like gift bags and the wrapping paper and shelf stable candies. There are so many cute things over here. I did really like those pens. I didn't buy them, but I was thinking maybe I will come back and take a look. I like the things that smell nice, and those look like they might be scented. So that would be interesting. Um, I know everyone's saying don't buy the oven mitts at Dollar Tree, but if I use an oven mitt, um, maybe I don't cook stuff that hot. Maybe it's because I usually bake, and the bakery type items are not that hot versus like if you're like grabbing a casserole or something that's really heavy and really hot, like 450 or 400 degrees or something, then maybe you need to get different kinds of oven mitts. They have uh really fancy candies here. Now, of course, they are not a dollar or $1.25. They are more pricey, but still, like it's kind of nice that there are a few items that are a little more expensive. I'm not the nice that they're expensive, but nice that they are high quality. But there are still deals to be had. I think where Dollar Tree really gets it right is with items that you could use for stocking stuffers and like little complimentary type items to a gift. I wouldn't ever do like the entire gift from Dollar Tree. There's just nothing really that to me, I don't think is nice enough on its own to be the entire gift for somebody. Um, for instance, like when my sister was one of my sisters was little, my step grandma brought her to a store to the Dollar Tree to get a gift for a little girl's birthday party, and she bought a doll for $1. And it was not very high quality. And when my mom found out afterwards, she was really embarrassed. Um, but yeah, so I wouldn't do like a one item kind of thing here. But if you were coming here and you got like a really cute mug or something, and then you filled it with candy, and then you had it in a cute little basket, and it was full of fuzzy socks and nice smelling soaps and a candle, like that to me, like if you put together, that could make a nice gift. Um, but, like, I will watch these Dollar Tree videos. I watch Dollar Tree videos to fall asleep. I'm not kidding. It's so calming, like, so relaxing. Um, but I was watching this one lady, and I really like her. She has vaulted ceilings, really beautiful home. Like, she doesn't need to be shopping at the Dollar Tree. Like, I think I would probably still shop frugally, even if I had a lot of money. But I don't know if it's just me, or do you ever get annoyed by seeing videos where a person is like actually like a millionaire and living in a home that's a multi-million-dollar home, and they are buying like 50 $1.25 items to make something that you could buy at Costco for less than $20. I mean, one thing I'm thinking about is like the wreaths. There are beautiful live wreaths at Costco, and they're not very much. Um, you can buy swags. You can buy like beautiful poinsettias, and they're very frugal. And then I see all of these like pool noodles being cut up and shoved into pots, and then like fake poinsettias sticking out of them. I'm like, dude, that's $1.25, $1.25, $1.25, $1.25, ching, 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 ching. Add that all up, and you should have bought a beautiful, giant, real poinsettia. And poinsettias are actually perennial. If you take care of them, they will live a really long time. Um, the way they actually grow poinsettias and sell them is a way they kind of force them to grow fast. And so they're kind of like the branches and stems are not woody. They're like really green and soft. But if you take good care of them, they will get woody and they will live for many years. You just need to grow them indoors. Unless you live in a hot area, then you can grow them outside and they grow as big as a tree. Like it's incredible. So just because you bought something at the Dollar Tree does not mean you saved money, especially if you had to buy a lot of them to make something out of it. I do like to buy lots of craft items from Dollar Tree, but whenever I do that, it's like for an activity. For instance, I will buy items for activities for my children and grandchildren and niece to like make for them and nieces and nephews and that kind of stuff. So I will buy those items or for my students. But like if I'm thinking I'm doing this to save money, then I'm probably not going to buy like a million items to make one item that cost a lot of money. If you really add up how much all those individual items cost and how cheap it ends up being, like cheaply made ends up being, it's not a good deal. And you end up with something that nobody wants and you can't even give it away. I went to a yard sale and I know the lady must have been a YouTuber because she was selling all the stuff that she had made from Dollar Tree stuff and hot glued together. And I don't have anything against hot glue. I'm going to use it too. I'm going to make some videos also. But I'm not willing to make something that costs an arm and a leg and then kind of encourage people to go out and do the same thing. I don't know if they realize that people watching Dollar Tree videos are probably not multimillionaires. And they're not thinking, how do I save $30? They're thinking, how do I make Christmas on $30 total? Like, so those videos really annoy me. And I'll tell you, I told I've disclosed this to a couple of my friends that my one prejudice is elitism. Like, I just, I just can't. So I do like to be frugal. I grew up in poverty. I actually thought all my ancestors did too. I've done some genealogy recently and found out that I do have a few lines that go back to royalty, which is kind of crazy because I literally thought we were all farmers, that just poor farmers, but apparently not. Some of us were secretary to Queen Victoria. Anyway, looking at all these toys here, they're not bad actually. I would be careful, with baby items. With babies, they always put things in their mouths. Just be careful. You make sure that like kind of feel it and see if it's going to come off. And always watch your children with the items that they have. Don't leave them unattended. But these are pretty clever, pretty nice actually. I do like some of the things here, but when I looked at the price tags, I did get kind of put off by a few things. I grabbed some of the Pine and Glow. I will tell you right now, it does not have that scent of Pine Sol. It is not nearly as strong. It works. It does something. I've been using it a little bit. And that one was $1.50. I have seen some people post videos where they looked at the cleaning products and then the next day they're like $3. So if you want to save some money, you might want to grab a few because their prices are probably going to be raised. But I did grab a few household items. I don't like to have a lot of chemicals. I would rather use like vinegar or like baking soda and stuff like that. But sometimes you just gotta you just can't handle it anymore. This item here, I think is interesting. It has some natural ingredients I really liked. Peppermint oil. For one, I love the smell of peppermint oil. Now you can buy peppermint oil. I actually will buy a pure peppermint oil and I will just literally put it in a spritz bottle and spritz areas where I think there might be rodents coming in. And it's really powerful. By the way, those oils though, animals, if you have pets, will be really irritated by that. But in Washington State, I'm sure in a lot of areas of the world, there are rodent issues. And if you can spray peppermint oil, oh my gosh, it really does deter them. Then that can be like a 2-for-1. I'm cleaning and also having that deterrent. I don't like to hurt anything, so it just kills me. But yeah, you definitely want to use those kinds of things in those situations, but be careful with pets and little ones. If you get peppermint oil in your eyes, if a dog wipes it on their nose or their eyes, that will really burn. So be careful with your little pets and little children with those kinds of products. And if you have little toddlers that can get into stuff, make sure that you have those little safety locks on all of your cupboards. So important. I can't tell you. It's so important. My oldest son, he lived, but he painted the floor with Ajax. I didn't think he could get into it. He was so little, but all of a sudden he started crawling and he got into it before I even realized he was capable. But luckily he didn't get in his mouth or anything. Um, he also did eat some styrofoam and lipstick. But he's alive, so God, thank God. Am I the only one who's kind of obsessed with Dollar Tree socks? I think almost every time I go to Dollar Tree, I come home with at least a pair of socks. But they have strawberry shortcake. I couldn't pass that up. Come on, you know she had to come home with me. They also have some of like the main brand type items, like the popcorn is main brand, um, main brand, you know what I mean. So they have all the name brand like snack stuff. So that's pretty cool. That's great for like a movie night at home. Save a ton of money, do movie night at home. Have all the fixins. And they do have happy. Quite a few things here. The Nutella. They're so tiny. That's so cute. I think that's gonna be a stocking stuffer. Wouldn't that be cute? Like after it's all done and used up, that you could like use it as an ornament or something. That's so stinking adorable. One time somebody posted on Facebook a picture of a Nutella bottle with like how much sugar and oil and cocoa's in it, and they're trying to like diss on Nutella. And I said in the comments, I typed in, "Thank you for the recipe." Yeah, I don't always go down the food aisles. I'm kind of paranoid, you guys. I'm a little bit of a germaphobe, or I get afraid like you know that the food is it going to Fred Meyer's and going to Costco. It's like the people handling it are expecting it to be food. Like, so I would expect it to like not be in a hot truck or whatever. But sometimes like I get a little paranoid about food at Dollar Tree. Like, what if somebody was thinking it was a bunch of craft supplies and it was not important and it didn't get put away the handled the way it's supposed to be. I think all the shelf stable stuff I would trust. I have never actually had a problem with any of their items, and I have bought a few things like canned food or like packaged food. I think I even bought a few of the frozen foods, but a lot of times I'll look at the prices, and even if it's a brand I like, sometimes the amount that you get might actually be cheaper if you bought it in a larger size. What's nice about the Dollar Tree is that they will often have smaller packages. So like let's say you only have $20 and you want something, you don't have to get enough for several days or for a large group of people. If you're a single person living on your own, you could buy something that's just enough for yourself. So you have a little bit more like leeway there as far as like flexibility with how much you're going to buy. But it's kind of like the opposite of Costco. Like at Costco, you buy, or Sam's Club, you buy more and you get a better deal. Whereas if you are at the Dollar Tree, you get a pretty good deal, but it's a smaller amount. So that kind of is how I kind of interpret it. Like, yeah. Sometimes first, because I have a family and I like, if I was going to do some meal prep or something, I would definitely make a little bit extra to have something for the next day. So because time is also money, um and like the time that you would have spent doing something, preparing something, that is money that you are not making because you could have worked during that time. um or you could have been finding another deal or something. So just time is valuable, and just the idea of like how much time it would take to like individually make all of those things versus if I bought something at Costco that's a larger batch, I'm making, or my family's preparing something for, 5 to 7 people. So, and I mean, it's a little bit smaller in one way because I am going through a divorce, which I've mentioned a few times on my channel. It's not something that I would want to happen, but it's not really within my power. So you have to just accept the cards that are dealt to you. So we do have a lack of that income now, and I'm having to find ways to make it work because I do have a lot of people depending on me to support them. Um, the economy that we're in now, it's not such that young adults can actually launch and start their lives outside of the home because it's just so stinking expensive. I actually just had a friend on Facebook send me a message saying, "Hey, I have a rental. Do you know anyone who's looking to rent a house in your area?" And I said, "Yeah, I actually know some people. Send me the details." And so I clicked on it, and it was $2,800 a month rent for a house in my area. $2,800 a month for renting a 3-bedroom? I'm sorry, you guys, that's more than my mortgage payment. That is absolutely dreadful. I actually replied back to him and I said, this looks like a really nice place, but I don't know a single person who can afford it. Like nobody. Um, which, kind of jives with what I'm going with here on my channel now. It's basically we need to figure out a way to make ends meet. And I'll tell you what, like, I used to buy just like a little $1.25 Pillsbury brownie box and maybe throw in some chocolate chips, and my kids would absolutely go nuts. And they would feel so special that they had brownies. I mean, literally $1.25. If you go to Panera, you will pay what, like $3 or $4 for a brownie? I don't know how much it is. Post comment below. How much do you pay for a brownie at Starbucks or like Panera? They're good. Okay, I trust me. I know that. But you can make a whole tray for half that price. A whole tray for the entire family. You could put some in little freezer bags and freeze them for later. And so have like everybody gets one brownie after dinner or whatever with a cup of coffee. And then the rest of them go in the freezer in little freezer bags so that you have it for later. Some of their items, like I've said before, are kind of like the opposite of Costco, where you buy in bulk and you get a really good deal. You can buy a smaller serving and just get the amount that you need or want. So there are so many ways you can use Dollar Tree items, whether it's for crafting or for groceries or for cleaning, where you can actually get a great bargain and go home happy. But watch those prices. All right, everybody, be good, be sweet, grow a garden if you want to eat, and I'll see you again soon.
Oh, Dollar Tree. Oh, Dollar Tree. What's going on with your prices?